so keep that in mind.
Yeah, hey, forget I asked. That'll definitely do.
Ew. Join the Discord.
It was the least fun I've ever had playing this game.
A small but vibrant and extremely humble community.
No, I've seen the sleeves, but I'm like, you said you're suiting up, and then you put your sleeve on. Thank you for saying that.
Because I'm a demon on the keys.
Next thing I know, we're both dead. I immediately left the lobby.
In Vietnam.
What are they playing for? Are they playing to win?
Stay humble.
Stay humble.
We are live, dude. Holy shit, man. Welcome to the Dropshot, a Call of Duty podcast, episode number 180. My name's Casey, also known as Razinon. I am joined by Tanner Red Tiger Cowboy, whose ear cups are frankly orange and not red. What are your thoughts on that, Tanner? You being wrong about the color of your own headset.
My thoughts are, adjust your monitor. It's not calibrated. There's something wrong with it. You also can't see things in video games. There's something wrong with your monitor. Have you ever checked to make sure you set it to 1440p
Dude,
and it's not at
you're
1080?
Orange? Okay. 14. It's okay. It's orange on my TV. It's orange on my primary monitor. And it's orange on my third monitor, man.
Maybe your eyes are bloodshot.
Models, the same, different hertz. Doesn't matter. Tanner doesn't know what colors are, and that's fine. Welcome to the show. His type of family, they don't do preschool, so maybe he just never learned what colors are. Yeah. And that's okay, dude. Hey, we're not here to bully tonight. What we are here to do, though, is deliver you a phenomenal piece of content.
Really?
A phenomenal podcast episode,
Q&A?
dude. No, it's not. It's Tanner, goddammit, it's Wednesday. It's not going to be Q&A, nor will it be Q&A on Saturday, but we will have more to say on that. So today is our first Wednesday ep post-launch. There are some things to talk about as much as I would have expected, to be honest.
Yeah, not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot. I suspect next Wednesday will be a lot more change heavy than this week is thus far. But nonetheless, we will, of course, get into it. So first, couple announcements. Welcome to our new gold patrons, Jake E. and Chris N. Two just well-adjusted people that just wrote their fucking names.
Yeah.
Didn't have to be cute about it. And I appreciate it. So Jake and Chris, dudes, welcome aboard. Choo-choo, boys. Choo-choo and welcome aboard. And what a time it was to sign up, by the way, which we'll, of course, get into. And you guys are awesome, but you're not as good as these next people. Welcome to our new Damascus patrons. Okay, first name, what this says. J-Hey?
J-Hey.
J-H-E-Y is how this is spelled. And I hate it.
Yeah, I think it's J-Hey. We're going to call him J-Hey.
You're now called J-Hey because I think you're going for J, and I just don't care. And I'm dismissing what you want out of hand. It doesn't matter when you write like this. So, hey, J-Hey. Welcome aboard. Smile. Welcome aboard, dude. And also, longtime listener, friend of the pod, Kogaz has fucking upgraded, dude. And he has joined the kings and queens royalty at the fucking Damascus level, dude. And we appreciate it, man. So, J-Hey, Kogaz, thank you guys very much. Also, Jake and Chris, thanks, I guess.
Yeah, that's cool. Thanks.
Let's boost that. Let's boost that membership, right? That's fine. No, it's great. It's great. It's fine. It's great. No, it's great. Guys, thank you, all of you. To our new patrons, patreon.com/thedropshot. Best way to support the show. Best for you, best for us. We get the most bang for your buck there. And also, that's where we offer all of our bonus content for you guys. So if you want to waste your money on the show, do it there first. And this is going to be a really good month for the Patreon, by the way. New game just came out, and there's a lot of a lot to talk about, frankly, and a lot of Patreon type of episodes that we'd like to do. We had a lot in a similar vein when Cold War had come out. And I remember you guys had really liked those episodes last year. We're going to be doing the same kind of shit this year. We have a ton of ideas, and speaking of this month, we'll have our first Patreon episode live on Friday morning. And then we'll have 4 more after that in November. So keep your dumb fucking ears open for that. Once again, patreon.com/thedropshot, bonus episodes, and a lot more. And again, December, maybe January, we'll have more to say on some changes to the Patreon, some improvements, even more bonus eps, etc. But for now, get in anyway, because we're still doing 5 a month, dude. Patreon.com/dropshot. And thank you guys again. Also, one of the first, maybe the first, besides Lag Show, but he's French Canadian, so he doesn't count. Donors to the new fun and exciting joint donation link. Where can I find that link? Everywhere. If you see a donation link anywhere, it's the joint account. But it says streamlabs.com/Tanner. Doesn't matter. We've done the thing on the back end. Don't ask questions, but it's the joint account, right? And this young man, Steve, one of the actually fucking 15 Stevens, by the way, who bought merch. I'm not kidding. Hey, everyone who listens to our podcast is named Steven, I guess. That's what I've learned on doing this merch shit. And it is that simple. I'm not kidding. Tanner, how many were there? 12 to 15 Stevens, right?
Oh, minimum, yeah. Too many.
Dude, I don't know what's going on. Okay. Hey, you know what? We're at our Steven cap. If your name is Steven, stop listening.
Well,
we have too many of you.
Join the Patreon yearly at the Damascus tier, and then just never speak to us or anything. Never let us know your name is Steven, but join at the Damascus yearly tier.
That is, of course, true. What you could also do is legally change your name to anything else. That would be fine also. But I'm just Stevened out, dude. I am not even Steven. I am over too many Steven. Okay? And that wasn't my best work, and we'll edit it out. But anyway, Steven S., friend of the pod.
Interesting last name.
Yeah, that's interesting. We'll go with that. He was at the hangout chatting, and I was lamenting the fact that Tanner and I are in fact in merch debt. We're in merch debt, and it's your guys' fault, right? And I said, and you're especially a piece of shit, a real disgusting piece of shit, if you use the Damascus discount code that we gave you guys. So we offered you a discount code. We incentivized you to join at the Damascus tier at patreon.com/dropshot, and having a discount code was one of the incentives. And then we shamed you for using that incentive, right? That's what we've done. That's what we'll continue to do. And you are a piece of shit if you use the discount code
yeah, you sure are.
All Damascus patrons are entitled to. And Steven did this, right? But then when he discovered we're in merch debt and it's his fault, he contributed the difference in the amount of $7.50 United States cents. And he said, doing what I can to save this collapsing establishment, which is, of course, true.
Yeah.
Best of luck on the merch debt. Stevie Wonder Boy Thompson, thank you for remedying this mistake. Now, you didn't pay us back interest, so that's fine, I guess. I mean, I still took a bath at this rate of inflation, really. So let's send some more. But still, hey, that's fine. Steve, thank you, dude. Much appreciated. By the way, you guys can use the fucking code. It's fine. I hate you, but you can use it. That's why we're offering it.
It's there to use it, but we hate you if you do.
And exactly. And you're entitled to, and you should use it, but don't use it. So, anyways, thank you, dude, for real. That was not necessary, but we'll of course take it, and there are no refunds. Also, Are we still in merch debt? I think so. But since our last episode, we had some help. Dirty Dan, change it. Ryan P, Tyler D, Michael K, Darren M, Johan.
Ooh, nice. I like it.
Johan G. Those names don't match, by the way. You got some explaining to do, Johan G. Johan G. I don't know how. It's probably Johan. I think that's how you'd say that name.
I think it's Johan, yeah.
See, those names don't seem to match. I need an explanation. Albert M and Adam A have purchased items at the dropshot.com/store, helping to dig us out of merch debt. They're doing their part.
They're trying their best.
Raz the Riveter, do your part for your podcast, okay? Do your part. It's World War II. I think Rosie the Riveter was a fine...
Yeah, it's cute. Sexist, but cute.
Well, and we'll edit all that out, of course. But hey, boys, thank you very much for the merch orders. Much appreciated. We still do have some shirts in some sizes, and we've got whiskey glasses and coffee mugs. Tanner, tell us about how much merch, unfortunately, we have left in the store at this time.
It's... God. Pretty much our entire warehouse is full, actually, because we're in so much debt.
We are a lot of merch debt, and it is that simple.
So shirts, if you're an XL, double XL, or triple XL, every single one of those sizes, we have less than 5 available at the time of recording this. So figure it out. Large, we have a lot of because we ordered the most of those. Medium and small, we have some left as well because those aren't too common sizes. But yeah, XL, double, triple. Get them while you can, because once these sell, frankly, I don't know when we'll replenish the stock. It could be, I mean, at the minimum, I would say it would be over a month. So if you want it, get it now. And yeah, shirts and mugs, we still have a decent amount left. We've sold more than half of what we ordered. But yeah, so still pretty much everything. We're just out of small shirts. That's what we are out of, I believe, actually. Okay. Yeah, small we are out of, actually. But everything else looking pretty good.
Yeah. So, yeah, and when we do our next merch will depend on if and when we kind of liquidate most of what we have now. Because in all seriousness, we are maybe broken even right now. I mean, we could be doing another merch pretty soon. In that case, we would just be buying less stuff. But we'll see how that goes. I don't know how much we can expect to sell of the merch. Maybe we bought too much. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But also, this was a kind of a test run, and as we had said, we knew there were going to be some issues.
Boy,
and we found one.
Yeah.
Well, we found a couple, Tanner. Why don't you tell us about the issues you've been having?
Okay, so international purchasers. First of all, fuck you. We lost money because of you. Don't ever order from us again. I hate you.
Well,
just kidding. Kind of. Okay. To start with, if you're an international customer and you place an order, I sent an email to, I think, all of them now. There may be 1 or 2 more now. I need to check. To give me your phone number because it is required for international orders, I guess. So check your email. We're still missing, I think, 1 or 2 that I'd already sent out. So we need that from you ASAP. Another thing, for all of the orders, we're waiting on some more boxes and envelopes to arrive. Frankly, I wasn't sure how many orders we'd get off the rip, and you can only order so many boxes from USPS at a time. So we are out of the main ones I was using. There's more coming in. They honestly probably won't be here till next week. They're early next week because the United States Postal Service ships it, and they ship it within 14 days, basically. So if you're waiting on an order, sorry, get shit on. We did say 10 business days. That means we have a while still.
Until it goes out of our warehouse, yeah.
Yeah, until it goes out of our warehouse. Yeah. And then the international orders also, there's more work to do for those. There's a customs form and shit we have to fill out. Frankly, it's ridiculous. And again, we hate you if you're international. If you don't live in the United States, we hate you. So it's really that simple.
Yeah. Also, what we have learned, there is at least one order and many others like it. So one of these orders, the price that you paid it our website for shipping was $20 less than the least amount we can pay for shipping. So obviously there is some problem with the shipping plugin on our website when it comes to international. All the domestic orders have seemed to be fine. What you pay for shipping is what we pay for shipping. But I don't know what it is, but some of the international orders, let's say you paid $20 to ship, the cheapest we can do it is like $40. So we are not taking a $20 bath on any orders. We love you guys and sorry, but we can't do it. So if that was you, we are canceling and refunding all your money. We are looking into the website right now to fix this. And then if we cancel, you can just order again right away. And then the website's going to make you pay more for shipping.
Yeah.
I don't know why this is happening exactly. Something the post office, Tanner was just telling me the United States Postal Service, dog shit. Anything, and and the Fed, of course. They're
Ron Paul
raising their
2024.
prices by like 5,000% for the holiday season or something, because they're going to have to pay this union, this mafia that demands 8x overtime double pay if they work 1 minute over 8 hours a day or 6 hours. In California, maybe even, I don't know what's going on, but they're going to have to pay the Jaren a fuck ton of money. So then they're passing that on to small business owners who already get fucking fleeced by the franchise tax board every year. Now we also have to pay $70 to ship to like Montreal, which is not that far. So we can't take a bath on an international order for $20. So that was our bad, and we're sorry. You're getting your money back, and then as soon as you do, you can place an order for the same shit again. You're going to have fewer shipping options available on our website, probably, and they will cost more, certainly. So that was just like a problem with our plugin. So I'm sorry. We didn't want this to happen. We didn't expect for it to happen, but also we did warn you we would fuck something up here. We warned you we'd fuck up like 5 things.
Yeah.
Seems like this is the only thing. So this has actually gone way better than expected. But again, as Tanner said, don't live anywhere but the United States, and then this wouldn't be a problem. Hey, are you in Canada? Move.
Yeah.
Emigrate now. So that we can pay domestic shipping rates. You can pay $7. We'll pay the $7, and then everyone's fucking happy.
Yeah.
But yeah. So anyways,
their prices are ridiculous. I mean,
go ahead.
Well, when we did test shipping, even for us to ship something to Raz's house, which is less than 2 miles from the post office, 3 miles at the most, it cost us like $9. The price, it costs the same to ship something in your same city as it does to New York City. Go figure. Thanks, Postal Service.
But then all of a sudden you cross some arbitrary line to Canada and it's now $3,000. Yeah, it's dumb. So if you ordered something internationally and you did not yet receive your items, nor did you receive a confirmation email, please keep an eye on your inbox, because you might be getting your order has been canceled and you've been refunded email from our very professional website. And then if you do, again, you can replace right away, but you will be paying more in shipping. So just keep that in mind. And sorry, I don't know. Our plugin
it's actually out of our control.
Scammed us.
Yeah. Cause I was like, okay, there's no way this is the cheapest. Cause we use like a shop, like application, which is called WooCommerce, and it was giving us postal service rates through their plugin. They make the plugin, the postal service makes it and gives those prices. So how they're giving out a price that is way less than what we could possibly pay when we have weights in there of all of the items is, I mean, it's absurd. I don't know how they get it so wrong.
It's so weird, man.
And I was like, this can't be right. I checked other third-party shipping websites where you can ship things. There's a local shipping company here in town. I went there. There is nothing cheaper than what we could do through our shipping platform. And like we said, a lot of those we would pay between $10 and $20 more than what you guys paid for shipping. So I don't know how. So we would literally
be losing money.
Yeah.
Like a lot. Yeah. Because our margins are not that big. We're not selling these shirts for much more than we bought them. So if we're paying $10 more than you guys did for shipping, we're losing money. And
we're
for
not
some
FaZe
of those,
Clan.
it's like we're losing up to $20. Yeah. So that's our bad, but just letting you guys know, if you're international, we'll be refunding. However, on the other hand, a lot of you guys have already gotten your merch. And a lot of you have gotten your merch and not posted pictures of it on Twitter. And that makes me irate.
Yeah.
So if you got an item and you're real happy about it, I don't care. I want to see a picture of it now. It's that simple. So tweet it.
Tag us,
Tweet it.
yeah.
And
Tag
tag
us, and you'll
of
get a
course.
retweet.
And you will get a retweet if you tag us showing your items, yes. And we thank all of you. We are still in merch debt, though. Okay. Couple other things. Speaking of problems, some people are reporting issues with the podcast audio lately. It's like repeating things or skipping or something. Something weird is going on. I was given a timestamp. I went to the timestamp and it sounded completely fucking fine to me. So I don't know what's going on with this, but there have been at least 5 people who have said, yeah, audio's been weird. So if you guys could do me a favor, if you notice something in the recording repeats or skips or is fucking weird, look at what episode number it is. Tell me the timestamp, what time during the podcast it happened, and tell me where you're listening. YouTube, Twitch, Spotify, Apple, Stitcher, whatever, in Discord in a feedback channel, and then we will look into it. I cannot find the problem. I don't know what could be causing it. So if I could find a timestamp and see what's happening, might be able to figure it out, but I don't know because I've gotten one timestamp from Kogaz. I checked it out. Looked totally fine on my end. So it's possible that it's something to do with like the Apple Podcasts app or something. Or some other app, Spotify maybe, I don't know. Or it could be on our end and I just didn't see it for some reason. I don't know. So if you see that problem, please let us know the episode, timestamp, and where you're listening when you heard it. And if you rewind, if you hear it again. Because I'm thinking this is some kind of internet buffering issue that you guys are having. Like you drive past I don't know, whatever. You lose cell service or your internet cuts out or something. I don't know. So yeah, if you guys could do that, let us know. And then also early podcast Saturday. A lot of announcements. We're almost done. Early podcast Saturday. It's going to be 2 p.m. when we start. If you forget, then you're not following our Twitter, obviously, at the Dropshot Pod. The pinned tweet will always be a schedule for the week. It's written there. So we're doing an early podcast Saturday. If you are a family man, you will not be home. You'll be at a picnic with your children, or you'll be drinking alone at your kitchen table because you didn't get any custody. That's possible too.
As you probably deserve, yeah.
And if you listen to this podcast, you probably deserved it. And you're the type of person, hey, while you're listening, drinking alone on a Saturday afternoon, and it's sunny outside and you're wondering what your children are doing that you're not allowed to see because you're a negligent father, okay? I bet you used a discount code on our store and you deserve everything that's happening to you. So I just want you to know that. But also, then you can, I guess, watch the podcast on Saturday. But anyways, 2 p.m. start time, Pacific time, obviously. And then Tanner, anything else from you, bud?
Quick thing to say about the issue with like the podcast repeating. Could maybe Kogaz like have different ads than you, so the time was off, so when you listened to it, it wasn't exactly what time he heard it at or something?
Yeah, that's possible.
Okay.
I started like a minute before he timestamped, though.
Yeah.
And I still didn't hear anything.
Got it.
See, like Slivovitz right now is saying, I've had that happening, that repeating live on Twitch, but not on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, that would have to be internet connection.
I can't see what else it could be on a live stream or a VOD. Yeah. So I don't know. And Twitch is a dog shit website, so who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, let us know if you guys see it.
Yeah.
And then yeah.
But yeah, cool. And I just want to say thank you to Jay Hay, Brett, and Cowboy Killer. Thank you, boys, for the offline Twitch subs. Appreciate you, gentlemen, very much, dude.
If you were listening for the jingle, here it is.
Just jingling.
Jingle all the way, dude. All right. So first up here, playlist updates. We've had quite a few. We've had quite a few for a week, I guess you could say. So first thing here, DOS House 24/7 has been added. This is an exceptional playlist if you're going for Atomic. You could just exploit for it, and we'll get into that. But if you wanted to do it legit, DOS House 24/7 is a good option, obviously. I don't believe this is a hardcore option yet. They might have changed it. I don't think they did, though. I think it's only core right now. So you can play that. Yeah, okay. I did this, and I got, what was it, 62 bazooka eliminations in one game of domination. So you can do all of your launcher elims in an hour playing DOS House. Now, you might be thinking, no shot you got 60 kills with a bazooka on DOS House and core. You'd be correct. Luckily, they don't care about kills, they care about elims. So all you do is fire this at people, they're weak, and then if someone else kills them, that counts as an elim. It's not like a kill, you don't have to finish them, you just have to touch them and contribute to their death, and that's very fucking easy. So, that's something you can do. Also, any gun, it's going to be easy and quick to level on that playlist. So there you go. And then another playlist added Zone Blitz, which is all maps at blitz pacing for the modes Domination, Hardpoint, and Patrol. So if you're an objective player or you like to farm objective players, that's a good one as well. And then also they did a little tweak to hardcore to increase blitz and assault combat pacings in those games. And then today they added another playlist, Trifecta Mosh Pit, which is all pacings, all game modes on 3 maps, Dome, Decoy, and DOS House. And these are like basically the 3 smallest maps in the game right now. Dome's terrible, Decoy is good, very good, DOS House is excellent. So there you go for playlist updates. Now, patch notes / changes already in effect. Not too much has been changed. There's been one patch which we're going to get into, but first we're going to tell you guys about some hidden patch notes or hidden release notes, I guess. Smile. So basically, this is going to be a bug report for you guys. Now, this is not every bug in the game. There are plenty. But this is some standouts and then some other things that are kind of going on behind the scenes. First of all, there are a lot of issues with camo tracking challenges for certain weapons. Sledgehammer has posted a Trello board. They are aware of this problem. They are iteratively fixing it because there were more issues on day one than there are now. But there are still some things that are absolutely not tracking. If you're going for Atomic and you're encountering this, move on to a different gun and come back to it. I expect this will be fixed fairly soon, but I'm not obviously certain of exactly when that would be the case. But they are at least aware of the issue, and they've started fixing things there. And then another thing, too, is if you're not sure if something's tracking or not, make sure you look at the individual camo and see your progress there rather than using the challenges tab. So for example, if you're trying to get eliminations with a bazooka, okay, and then you leave a game and you go to your bazooka gunsmith challenges tab, it might say you have 10 eliminations, but you swear you have 50. Well, it's because that challenge tab's kind of shit. So go to your camos, go to the first camo that tracks elims, and that number in the camos will be a more accurate representation of your actual progress. Some things just don't track on the challenge tab, and then some things don't track at all. And if it doesn't track at all, it won't show up in the camo screen either, if that makes sense. So there's something to keep in mind.
Yeah. That challenges screen, I wouldn't even use it if I were you. I don't think for any gun does mine work perfectly at all. Every single gun has at least one tab messed up, so it's just going to kind of screw you up because you may be working for something and think you have a certain amount of kills, and it'll just say you have either one far less than that or none at all, and then you'll just be confused and then just stop using that gun or something. But it is working usually if you go to the actual camo tab and then click on that specific, camo like group that it's for, and it'll show you actually how many you have. That's usually right. Most of those are tracking. Like my knife, for example, I think every single one on challenges says I have 0 out of however many I need. But then I go to the camos and I have everything done except for like one category.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's one thing to keep in mind. Setting your combat pacing does not work. I don't know if this is on their Trello board. I think it is. But like if you can go to your quick play filter, let's say you only want to play team deathmatch and kill confirmed, you toggle those, and then you can also change which combat pacing you want. So you can play all, or you can play only tactical, only assault, or only blitz. You can select only assault, only tactical, or only blitz, but it won't do anything. The game mode filter works. The combat pacing does not. I expect this to be fixed relatively soon, and I really hope it is. But as of this time, right now, it is not working as intended, and I really wish it would, because I don't ever want to play tactical again. And also, I don't really want to play blitz much either. It would be great to just pick assault, but it doesn't work. So. What the fuck is this?
They said they fixed it somewhere, I believe. I think they said either on Trello or I saw in a Twitter post that they put out a patch for it. I don't think I've actually tried to do it, though, since it came out, so I wouldn't know if it was fixed either way. It probably wasn't, realistically, but... I also don't like how you can't queue for, like... Why can't I queue for assault and blitz? Why does it only let you do one? How does that make sense? So you can do all 3 of them or only one? Huh?
Yeah.
Why can't I pick 2? 6v6 Call of Duty fucking sucks. It's that simple. It's not fun anymore. I'm over it. So
yeah.
Let me queue for both.
Yeah. Amen. Amen. So anyway, yeah, by the time you guys are listening to this shit might be fixed. A lot of this is fairly small and fairly quick to fix. So I wouldn't be surprised if they deployed some quick patches to fix some or all of these things. But this is what's going on right now. The FOV bug is back, which is fun and exciting. Basically, what that means is I have my FOV set at 115. I load in. I'm at 60 FOV, and you can't fix it as far as I know. You can go into your graphics, change your FOV, change it back. Nothing works. You just have to start the game again over. Just super fucking annoying, so that's cool. And then there's also a bug or exploit to unlock Atomic, which is a camo for getting gold on every single gun. Many people have done it already. Many people in our very Discord have done it, in fact. And I don't know how to do it. I don't care because I'm not doing it. But it seems like it's extremely fucking easy because every single game I'm in now, someone has Atomic. Which kind of sucks. It takes the fun out of seeing it in game for the first time because someone just like exploited for it. And it looks fine in game. Now, I haven't done it, so I don't know or researched it because I don't really give a shit. But from what I've seen of like screenshots and stuff, it doesn't seem like it actually like unlocks it in the sense that the game doesn't say like you've completed that challenge, but you can still like equip the camo. But it's not like it's unlocking the challenge to unlock the camo. So the reason I bring that up is I don't think if you do this exploit, you'll be able to use Atomic camo in Warzone because you haven't actually done the challenges. So I don't think it would carry over to a different app. Now, if Warzone Pacific takes place on this app, then I would expect the atomic exploit to work in Warzone as well. But I don't think that would carry over to Modern Warfare app. Now, I could be wrong. I don't know. But it doesn't seem that way to me because it doesn't look like, from what I've seen, you're actually unlocking or like tricking the system into thinking you've done the challenge. You're more just like equipping atomic without having unlocked it exactly. And this is all not to mention they might just revert this and like take atomic away from all these exploiters. I don't know. Because I know this has happened, or I'm pretty sure this happened in like MW and Cold War. People just like unlock the camo or whatever. But I think in those games it was harder. They had to do like an unlock tool. Whereas in this game, you do like a Grand Theft Auto cheat code and you just have atomic or something. You don't have to like do anything else. I don't know. What are your thoughts on this, Tanner?
Yeah, I think it'll all get reverted pretty soon. I'm not worried about it at all. I mean, you're cringe if you do it. You're cringe and 14 years old if you do it. It's really just that simple. But if you want to feel cool for a few weeks because you're realistically only going to use an STG all year long because you're a CDL sweat lord little rat fuck, then sure, have fun with it because you'll never see it again once they take it away from you, pussy. That's what I have to say to you. But yeah, it won't be here long at all. It'll be gone soon. They'll take it away from everyone.
Yeah, I hope they do, because I'm going to actually grind it and unlock it. And it would be annoying if I did all that and like these people have had it since day 2 and they just get to keep it forever.
Well, if it's still in the game in like a month, then I'm not grinding for camos anymore. I'll just do it. Because if they haven't fixed it in a month, it's never getting fixed.
True. Well, I'm worried they'll fix it, but then everyone who's already done it gets to keep it. That's like my worry.
Like I've been saying, it's such an easy thing for them to figure out if someone actually obtained it or not. You would know if their account has every gun max level or all the challenges. It's literally that simple. They will 100% revert it. I think it's only a matter of time. Because, yeah, I'm pretty sure this has happened on every Call of Duty release. I don't know if it happened in Cold War, though, but Modern Warfare for sure happened, and people had Damascus on day 1. And it's not it's not the same thing as unlock tool. There is already an unlock tool for Vanguard. That's different. People who do that will continue to have it until their account gets banned, which, by the way, they do ban you for using an unlock tool. Keep that in mind. We know someone who got banned for using an unlock tool. So you should stop being a child and using it because you're going to get banned for it. And, hey, I hope you do get banned for it, pussy.
Learn some lessons.
Get banned.
Yeah. Speaking of getting banned, by the way, here's another secret feature in this game. There are absolutely cheaters in Vanguard already. Mm-hmm. Now, Ricochet's not out yet, I guess, so that's fine. And I have not seen that many, to be fair. But Tanner, me, and someone, Papa Shido, were playing DOS House, and there was some fucking guy using a shotgun who jump or slid shot us every single kill. He was a knower. He was what I like to call a knower, in that he knew all the time where everyone was, and we were all convinced this dude's walling. Every single time he came into a room, he knew exactly where I was, jumped around and one-tapped me. I was like, dude, this guy's bullshit. He's a knower. He's walling 100%. And we were all three very convinced. And then Tanner also saw a blatant aimbotter. Was that today? Tell us about it.
Yeah, I was playing DOS House today. Not even 2 minutes into the match, literally less than 2 minutes, he had 46 kills. The next highest player in the game had like 9 kills or something. I mean, he was basically two-tapping everyone with a BAR, to their chest. He didn't get a single headshot, and that is a cheat setting, by the way. You can turn off headshots and do like only body shots or something, and that's what he was using, because all of those kills, not a single one was a headshot. Hit everyone in the chest twice, they were all dead, and it was so obvious. So I just left the game immediately. But
yeah, so there's another fun and exciting things happening, but not that many, honestly. I've only encountered that one knower who I'm like positive was cheating, but
oh yeah, he was watching me through the wall the whole game.
Yeah, but other than that, I haven't really encountered that many, which has been nice. So there you go. And then there are 3 operators in the game. So this is a tweet from Charlie, and so I'm just going to read it. 3 operators equipped with Ninja perk are currently completely silent, whereas the other operators still make noise. So if you're using the Ninja perk with Constans, Beatrice, or Padmavati, Padme, then you will have completely silent footsteps. But if you're using Ninja with anyone else, you will not be completely silent. Weird bug. Don't know how the fuck anyone figured this out. But if you want to be a real meta sweat and you use Ninja, fuck it. Use one of these operators. You'll be literally silent, which is fun and exciting, by the way. Now, the question is the intention for everyone to be completely silent and not just these 3, or for no one to be completely silent? Don't know. According to the description of the perk, everyone should be completely silent. Silent footsteps. So, I don't know what's going on with that, but hopefully you can hear everyone at least a little bit. So, but I don't know. I have no idea.
I think there are more bugs with that than they're saying as well, because there are certain times where I don't hear my character's footsteps at all, even though I don't run Ninja even. I haven't been running Ninja, and there's certain maps, certain games I don't hear shit, and then other times I do hear my footsteps. So there's more going on than just with the Ninja perk. Absolutely. Maybe it has something to do with the operators. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of weird shit going on, I think, with perks in general, too. Like Dead Drop, I'm not convinced is working exactly as intended. The field upgrade, I still don't understand how the minimap works. I see everyone always. And like, I don't know why that is. And I feel like people see me even when I'm using Subsonic, a silencer, and Ghost. I don't know if any of these perks are like working consistently and reliably. It's very hard to test, and I'm simply not going to. But I don't know if this shit's working. And frankly, hey, by the way, I don't know how it works. It's like there's a red perk called Radar, and it says enemy players who fire an unsuppressed weapon will show up on the minimap when they fire. Okay, so if I make a class and I'm using subsonic ammo, and the benefit of subsonic reads no visible ping on minimap, then if someone's using radar, will they see me or not? Because if I'm using subsonic ammo without a silencer, then I should be appearing on the minimap of people using radar. That's what the radar perk says. But I also shouldn't be, because if I'm using subsonic ammo, it says right there you don't show up on the minimap. So which is it? I don't know. And maybe the only explanation I have is maybe the radar perk is referring to subsonic ammo. Like if someone fires a weapon without subsonic, they'll appear on the minimap. That's maybe what radar means. That would make sense, sort of. But I don't know. I don't know how the minimap works in this game. And I've been looking for an exclusive Ace video on this topic. I have not found one, sadly. But when that becomes known, when Exclusive Ace does 12 custom games and meticulously tests all this shit, we will report on it. But at this time, he has not done any such video. I don't know what's going on with the minimap. All I know is that almost all the time, everyone's on it. And if someone is not showing on the minimap when other people are, he kills me every time. Because that's how reliant I am on this minimap, because so many people are on it, always.
Yeah, I almost don't think sometimes that the perks or like those attachments are even keeping people off the minimap when firing. Because I swear, I run radar too, and every single person shows up on the minimap always whenever they fire their gun. Always.
I don't run radar and they always show up.
Oh, they do?
Yeah,
well, that's probably because you have a constant UAV up.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. I
But
keep
yeah.
that thing on me.
Yeah, well, not you, your team. No, I don't literally mean you. So I don't know what's going on. Kind of weird that no one's talking about this, because in the beta, it was supposedly only subsonic was keeping you off the radar when firing. And suppressors in Vanguard don't say that they do that. It says it keeps your gun suppressed, whereas subsonic actually says keeps you off the radar when firing your weapon, or like no mini-map ping. Yeah. But suppressors don't say that. But when you go into the fine details, because for every attachment, however you kit out your gun, you can click on those attachments and like press another button to see all the exact details, like the exact bullet velocity, everything. Suppressors show the same thing that subsonic shows, which is like it doesn't.
I didn't know that.
It is that it like doesn't make sound. Essentially, is the way they put it, is like total suppression. But yet it doesn't say that it keeps you off the menu. So I don't know what's going on. None of the big guys are talking about this. J-God's not talking about it. Ace isn't talking about it, which kind of pisses me off, really.
I know.
Because I don't know what to believe. But I was searching through Twitter trying to find out about this, and like the last thing they had talked about was Ace even said in the beta, suppressors do not keep you off the minimap when firing in this game. Only subsonic rounds do. And then now the game has come out. Oh, his last video, one of his videos that he put out in Vanguard, like day 2 or something, was talking about different attachments and stuff. And he said in that video, suppressors and subsonic keep you off the minimap, but didn't go into any more detail. Whereas the last thing he said was that only subsonic did. And he didn't describe this at all. He didn't explain how he knows that. So I swear I actually think we should go into a custom lobby and test this ourselves, because I don't know what to believe. No one has an answer.
Down. Actually,
we also, though, even if we test it, don't know if custom lobbies even work. I mean, the Warzone revive time was different in custom lobbies for the first year and a half that Warzone was out. It was different in custom lobbies than it was in pubs. So it's like things may not even act the same in there. But I don't know what to believe. If you guys actually know for sure and have proof of it, let us know, because I'm just confused at this point. I haven't been running either, though. I haven't been running subsonic or suppressors, because I don't know which does which at this point.
Yeah, right, exactly. My biggest question still is, like, if someone's using subsonic but no silencer, and their enemy has radar, then when the first person shoots, do they show up on the minimap of the person with radar? Because according to the radar perk description, they should.
Why should they show up? Oh, because it says
because radar
suppressed.
says unsuppressed weapons. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they just need to clear that up. I assume when they say unsuppressed there, they just mean, I mean, subsonic, it does say also it keeps you off the radar, so I think they just described it poorly there, but I don't know. That's the way it should be. Based on what they've said in the game as to what the attachments do, suppressors shouldn't keep you off the minimap and subsonic rounds do. Which would be fine, because you can hear people easily, but you won't see them on the minimap. Whereas suppressors, maybe you'll see them on the minimap, but you don't actually hear them shooting if they're like close to you or something. So,
right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Either way, they need to figure this out. I don't know why no one's talking about it. It's pissing me off.
I suspect that is how it works. Like, if you aren't running subsonic and you shoot, but the other person does not have radar, they still won't show up on your minimap, or on the person who's not running radar's minimap. I don't know. Yeah, we'll have more to say on this.
Yeah.
They all should be. They need to just make this way more simple, like they used to. But yeah, exactly. In this, yeah, I see what you're saying. You know what I mean? But yeah, we'll have more to say on this for sure, because minimap and being able to stay off of it and knowing how and why you're staying off the minimap is super fucking important for doing well in multiplayer. You should know whether you're on the minimap or not. And if you don't have the information, then you're at a massive disadvantage. Like in BO4, if I was running like, you know, a silencer and there was no UAV up, I knew I could hit this flank and they wouldn't know I'm coming unless they saw me or something. And now it's like I'm running Ghost, silencer, and subsonic, and I'm still not sure. Like, can they see me? Maybe. You know, and it would be nice if I didn't need the silencer to not be on the minimap for certain, to just run a recoil booster instead and get 2 more fire rate. That would be great. But I don't know. So we'll get back to you guys on that. I'm hoping for some information soon. Maybe Tanner and I will test it in customs and at least give you guys that.
Yeah.
And what that is. So we'll try and remember to do that. And now there's a patch today with a couple little fixes, maybe 15 or so little notes here, relatively small in the number of changes. And not all of them are important, but we'll go through some of them. Users unable to redeem codes for incentives such as XP bonuses, calling cards, and emblems can now redeem rewards. Combat Shield, Riot Shield, will now protect players' backs once stowed. So if you have a Riot Shield and a STG and you're holding your STG, if you get shot in the back, you will be protected by your Combat Shield. Stop using a Combat Shield though. Let's see. Inaccurate unlock requirements for weapon challenges now display correctly. So for example, I think there was like point blank kills with snipers. I'm pretty sure that's been changed now and it tells you what you actually have to do for that. I haven't dabbled with snipers yet, so I don't know what that is now, but that's what that's referencing. The 1911 you can level up now. Let's see. Weapons can now be accessed in Loadouts Gunsmith after level 66. Okay. All pistol challenges can now be properly completed as far as camos go. And then that is pretty much it. There were a couple other little bug fixes, but that doesn't matter very much. And then we have a note here from Tanner. COD continuing with the same cycle of every single update breaking more than it fixed. People are reporting more packet burst. Custom loadout menu will randomly pop up when you kill someone. Yep, which has been happening to me. Operator challenges resetting after completion, even though that was fixed today, etc. This has been happening to me today, and I thought I was just fucking insane or my keyboard was fucking up. But I would just randomly be at my like create a class menu in game, just standing in the open. Like, what the fuck? Did I just press my escape key somehow? There's no way. This is a new, fun, and exciting bug, and it is continuing the cycle exactly as you've said, yeah. Have you been feeling more packet burst?
I haven't, but I've seen a lot of people talking about that. The loadout menu popping up is very annoying because it'll happen like immediately after you kill someone. Obviously, you'll still be alive, so you'll be like, you'll kill someone, you'll start swinging over to another person and start shooting at them, and then right after you get that first kill, loadout menu comes up, and you have to either hit escape. I assume you can hit escape. Maybe you have to actually click the class again. I don't know, and then you end up dying to someone. Yeah, very, very annoying. That again was not in the game until this patch today, so that's fun. And what you're saying about the camo challenges, I don't think they actually changed anything. Inaccurate unlock requirements for weapon. I didn't hear about any changes to like snipers. I don't know though. I didn't think that's what that meant, but that's kind of the way they describe it there. I don't know what that means.
One, but that's one I would expect to have been changed.
I didn't look either, but I
required point blank kills.
I didn't look at it either, but I feel like I would have seen people talking about it and no one did, so I don't know. We'll have to check that. But yeah, nothing else real big going on. I had wanted, a weapon balancing update, but the more you think about it, less than a week into the game, yeah, they're not going to do a weapon balance update. It's too soon for them to make decisions on how they're going to nerf things, what exactly they're going to nerf. Then there's about like what we're going to get into right now with Vital and shit. There's more things than just like nerfing like the base damage of a gun. They have to do a lot more in this game because of the ammo types, the proficiencies, the kits, etc. So it makes it more confusing to do for them.
Yeah, for sure. So obviously there is some weapon balance that needs to happen in this game. And so the STG is like the most dominant gun in Vanguard right now, easily. So much so that I actually cannot tell you what else needs to be changed, because the STG is so much better than everything else that I can't compare any other guns, because 50% of all players are using an STG. So there's no baseline. Like, there's no benchmark. So like the automaton, some people are saying that should be nerfed. And I'm like, maybe. I don't know. It's not as good as an STG. That's for certain. But it is like fine. It's good. But how does it compare to the Volk? No idea, because no one's using the Volk or any other gun other than an STG. So it's kind of hard, actually, for me to say what weapons even need to be balanced, because because the STG is so much better than everything else that it's hard to say what else is like super good. Now, granted, I haven't used everything, but I can tell you, more than anything else, I die to an STG and an MP40. Nothing else that I die to, I see more than once every hour. Otherwise, it's an STG or an MP40.
Yeah. There's a tac rifle that's really broken. Oh, shit. I can't think of the name. I was telling you guys about it there yesterday. It's the one
SVT?
SVT, I think it's SVT 40. That is very, very broken. I don't know what people are kidding it out to be, but it one taps to the chest. I've seen multiple kill cams of it happening. I've seen it on Twitter. I've been killed to it before. You watch the kill cam, they shoot you one time in the chest and you are dead. It is not a sniper rifle. It is a semi-automatic tac rifle. That's broken. Maybe work on leveling that up now, as well as the Type 100 SMG. Jake was actually the first one. He kept bringing that up. He's like, dude, this thing's fucking busted. And no one else was talking about it yet. And now people are. Apparently that's another overpowered one. That one also, if I'm not mistaken, you can use Vital perk on, making it even more insane. But the STG is just the most annoying at all because of its two-shot potential. Two-shot in a multiplayer core video game, yikes.
Yes, and that leads us into our next topic here, which is the Vital proficiency. So Exclusive Ace made a video on this. He goes through all the details. I will link that video in the description, in the show notes as well. And the Vital is the name of a proficiency that is available on some guns. So the STG has access to it. The Type 100 has access to it. The ITRA Burst has access to it. And then a couple other guns that I think are like semi-auto or something, and it's like less impactful. That was Ace's assessment. But the description for the weapon proficiency, Vital. By the way, Tanner and I talked about this pre-launch. Literally, specifically Vital, pre-launch. We said, I think it was a Patreon episode. We said +1 increased critical hit area. That's the description of the proficiency. And we said, that seems awfully good.
Yeah.
Because that means maybe you're shooting people in the nipple and it's giving you headshot damage. That's insanely overpowered. Guess what? We were right.
Yep.
It is in fact insanely overpowered. And this is a big reason that the STG fucks so hard, is that it has access to this proficiency. So without Vital, the STG is a 4-shot kill, which is 300 milliseconds. With Vital, if you land one upper torso shot, it becomes a 3-shot kill, which is a 200 millisecond time to kill, which is like about as fast as your reaction time is as a human being. It's actually that fast. Like, there's no outplay. There's no time to kill that matters. This is like 2 ticks, maybe. It's more than that. Well, I don't know. Not much more. I don't know what the tick rate is in Vanguard, but
60.
60. Okay, so it's a couple more than that, but still, that is fucking insane. And the Vital proficiency is very good right now. So this is another thing that needs to be balanced as well. And that's why, like Tanner was saying, it's not as easy as just reducing the base damage. Because, like, if you reduce the base damage of the STG, but you still can get a 3-shot kill with it, or you can even, like, get a 4-shot kill, I don't know. You'd have to do a lot to make this balance by just touching base damage. But then if you weren't running Vital and you nerfed it that hard, it would be shit. So there's a lot of other things that they have to think about right now to balance these things well. And if that's going to take longer than a week for them to make smart changes, rather than, like Infinity Ward, just saying, oh, the kilo's too good, let's give it an extra damage drop off and just wash our
That
heads
no
with
other gun has.
and just, and then just ruin it forever. I don't want them doing that to the STG. I want it to be usable, but I want it to be a smart change, a smart nerf. And that takes some time, more than a week after launch. I'm fine with that. So this is one of the other things that we are waiting for with bated breath is a change, a nerf to the vital proficiency, because 200 milliseconds from full health and core is just not okay. That simply isn't fine. Especially with a gun that barely moves. You guys have used an STG. It fucking reams. And I think with Vital and the 20 round mag, I think it's a 2-shot kill. So I think if you run that 20 round bigger caliber bullet, 7.62 maybe, or like 8, I don't know.
I don't know what it is, yeah.
And then also Vital, I think it's a 2-shot kill, which is, what are we doing? You know?
Yep. I know.
Not balancing. So
I'm sick of seeing the STG.
I'm so done with it. Yeah. So mine's max level. So I am hoping, and I think it is likely that we will be getting this some weapon balance, including hopefully a change to Vital, when shipment comes out, which is fairly soon.
17th, I believe.
The 17th. Yeah. I think we have a date for that. I'll double check. But yeah. That's coming soon. So this is available right now. Vital, STG, Type 100, and Itra Burst. By the way, STG and Type 100 are going to be usable even after this is nerfed. Itra Burst, probably not. If you're going for Atomic, I would get the Itra Burst max level right now while you can use Vital and it's overpowered. Because the Itra Burst fucking sucked in beta. Haven't touched it on release, but it was terrible to use in beta. So you might as well use Vital with it now while it's insanely OP. And hopefully your grind to level 70 is easier with it. That's something you should keep in mind, by the way. So anyway. Yeah. So that is that. What's this next little item here, Tanner?
Next thing up here. Yeah, I was just going to say, I think and hope we'll see a lot of changes to the weapon camo challenges too. Like hopefully in that big patch, when we get shipment, we'll probably get a lot of other shit. Hopefully we'll see some sort of weapon tuning at that point. Maybe not. I mean, it took Treyarch 4 months to do the first weapon tuning, so maybe we won't. But I hope we do, because we need to see a lot of changes to the weapon camo challenges. There are 4 launchers in this game. 2 of them are like, I don't know what either of them are called. They're the bottom 2 though. Both of them, when you read what it is, it says it's like a infantry-based rocket launcher or something, or especially powerful against infantry units. Those require like 50 long shots for, right? I don't think a long shot exists for those launchers. I was playing hardcore earlier. One of them is almost like a grenade launcher, kind of. It's the very bottom one. Again, don't know what it's called. But you could fire that like over buildings and it arcs. You like fire it and there's a lot of drop to it. And so I was firing it like from my spawn to mid on like bocage and shit like that. And I would get kills that way. And that was far more than 60 meters. Not a single headshot or long shot was obtained from doing that. So I don't even think necessarily that it's like that challenge is bugged. I think it's just like long shots don't exist for rocket launchers.
Right.
Because like even when I've been using bazooka and shit, which was my first gold gun, I never got anything popping up ever that said long shot. And I was getting kills from across the map on DOS House, which is a long shot for like LMGs and ARs even. So I don't know what's going on there. I think that's a bug. I don't think you're going to need any long shots for those. I hope you don't. I don't know what they would replace it with, honestly, because right now they have like a limbs, ground streak a limbs, double kills, triple kills. What else would they even put? What are they missing there? Like
kill streak?
They already have that.
Oh, they do?
But it's ground streak because you can't hit any kill streaks with that.
No. I mean, like get 3 kills without dying.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That'd be okay and easy, because every time you fire that on hardcore, you get at least 2. So that wouldn't be hard to do at all. I'd be fine with that. Yeah. So stuff like that needs to change. Because that's just not possible. Like I would, for a lot of these challenges too, I swear I would way rather just do mounted kills again, which is kind of weird. For all of the blind firing, now you can move while mounted. they made it so there's no weapon camo challenges for that. And they gave us like really specific ones, like the Sten, you have to use a burst barrel, a dog shit stock, and like the steady proficiency or something.
Yeah.
And get 100 kills with that. And that loadout is fucking terrible. Like, Kate, I swear to God, I would rather do 250 mounted kills than do 100 of those. That would actually be easier. Take way less time to do. It's fucking frustrating. So I don't know where they got a lot of these from. LMG point blank kills, terrible. LMG quick scope kills is the one that I'm on now. Quick scope kill with an LMG. There's no way that was intended, right? No way. I mean,
Yeah,
what?
I don't believe it. Yeah.
They're not necessarily hard to do. I'm at like 45 right now, but you have to actually try for it because you can't just hold a sightline ADS for more than a second, because I don't think that's like a quick scope. Right as you see someone, you have to ADS to get the kill immediately, and then it counts. Again, way easier to do in hardcore. Very annoying, very tedious, not exciting, doesn't make the camo grind fun at all, which I guess it shouldn't necessarily be fun, but shit like that is just really pissing me off.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's still a lot of weird shit going on with camos, and I think this has been the case for the last 2 years. Like Modern Warfare came out, and then they later made a number of the camos easier to unlock.
Yep.
100%.
I don't remember. I think it was like the harder ones, like launchers, like knife and riot shield. Because I remember seeing like, dude, I spent all this time like getting this weapon gold, and now they made it so much easier. So that's why some of these things, it's bugging me, but I'm like, maybe I shouldn't even worry about it right now because they made us like, that's why I haven't started on snipers. There's no way in a month am I still going to have to get 100 point blank kills with a sniper. There is no way. Maybe 50, exactly. Maybe 25. 25 would be okay. Even 50 is too much, but 100, no, they are not keeping that in the game. There's no fucking way.
Yeah, and then for Cold War, they did the same thing. They made a lot of the camos post-launch way easier to get in Cold War. So my advice would be, if you're going for Atomic, start with the things that are the most cringe to you, but if it seems like impossibly hard, if you can't get any progress in one full match for any camo, don't do it yet. So for example, if you're trying to get point blank sniper kills and you go a full match and you can't do it once, go to a different camo for that gun or a different gun entirely, and then circle back to that after they've made it easier or change the unlock requirement, because they will. They will absolutely be making the camo grind easier than it is right now.
Yeah.
Or just fixing bugs with it, or at least amounts, if anything, of like how many you need to do or whatever. They've done it for MW and Cold War. They will do it for this game too.
Yeah.
So just, I like to start with the shit that I don't want to do the most. So right now, my order is going to be launchers, riot shield, knife, pistols, SMGs, everything else. That's my order of, I hate myself the most doing these to the least. But for example, when I get to that launcher that you need long shots for, which is impossible to do, obviously I'm just going to skip that particular camo for that gun and then just come back to it when they've changed it. Or if you needed to get like a 20 kill streak with a knife, I would say, oh, I'm not doing this. I'll move on to the next camo or the next weapon. And I'll come back to this because they will make it easier. They're not going to have an impossible camo grind, and they haven't done it for the last 2 years. So that's something to keep in mind. Also, Tanner, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, that's what I've been thinking and starting on, but you got to think this year we have Warzone, though, too, that we have to think about in less than a month. So that's what I've been doing this whole time. But I think starting tomorrow, I am ignoring the way I've been doing everything so far. And I'm going to focus on getting every single AR max level and then every single SMG max level. Because more than getting Atomic, which neither you or I will have before the new Warzone map comes out anyways.
Yeah, definitely.
It'd be way more beneficial if we had every SMG and every AR max level. So that's what I'm going to start doing tomorrow. Fuck everything else. I'm going to hope they change the challenges. I only have one gold weapon so far. Have a few others that are very close. Like 3 others that are very close. Just basically bug challenges at this point. And I would just max out all the ARs to start with for sure. Because there was, 6 of them in this game? And at least two of those ARs will be really fucking good in Warzone the day that game drops, and I want to have those. Like, there are Cold War guns that I still don't have max level in Warzone. QBZ. My QBZ in Warzone is still like level 25. I've never really just even used it. And it was a decent gun for a while. It's a decent gun right now too. But I never had it leveled up and didn't want to. So I don't want to make that mistake again this year. And I'm just gonna work on the ARs and SMGs.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I've been doing. I've just had a launcher as a secondary.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I haven't touched.
Even when you have the launcher as a secondary, you get in the habit of then only using that launcher because you die and then you hear enemy spy plane overhead. So then you spawn in, pull out your launcher, and then next thing you know, you're 10 and 40 because all you're doing is looking up at the sky shooting at
and
spy
dying,
planes the whole game. I mean, sure, you destroyed 11 spy planes, but you died 40 times doing that.
Yeah, and got no weapon XP for your gun. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's another good thing to keep in mind too. And also another thing to keep in mind is that you can unlock gold in Warzone. There are certain things that are easier to get in Warzone than in multiplayer. For example, if you need like a double kill, that's arguably easier in Warzone than it is in multiplayer, sort of, because you're not really time gated. So if you're playing duos, you down a guy, and then in 10 minutes, you down his teammate, you get a double kill because it counts the kills at exactly the same time. So there are certain things that are like sort of easier in Warzone, actually. But even if they weren't easier, if you're going to be playing Warzone anyway, you will be naturally getting camo progress, even if you're not going for camos. So like you could get your ARs and your SMGs all max level. And then if you're just like grinding Warzone super hard for a week, you might fuck around and get a gun gold on accident. Like that could happen. With the exception of the use these specific attachments camos. That won't happen. But you would still be able to get quite a bit of progress on a lot of the other ones.
Yeah.
Like long shots, for example. You'll get so many long shots in Warzone. Like it's not even worth grinding for that camo if you're going to use these guns in Warzone. But also it's impossible to say. Yeah, exactly. But it's also hard to say which guns are going to be OP, so you can't really bank on, which ones you need to do long shots in multiplayer and which ones will be done in Warzone. But anyways, yeah. And then Tanner also reminded me, just a quick aside here. You can now strafe while you're mounted. And this is really good because you can strafe fucking fast in this game while mounted. Particularly, there's one spot I like to do this on now. On Hotel Royal. There is a lane where there's like a fucking thing. I don't know what it is. Like a table or something. It's like a corner. You mount it and it's just completely horizontal and it's looking right down the lane and you can strafe it pretty fucking fast and people like to turn that corner and you can just be like ADS strafed with very little recoil, just reaming people. So that doesn't matter on like the side of a wall or something, but on things you get on top of, keep that in mind when you're mounted in Vanguard. If you're mounted on top of something, you can strafe it real quick and make yourself pretty fucking hard to hit because you're on a head glitch and you're also moving and you also have very little recoil. So yeah, something to keep in mind for sure is that fun little trick. So there you go.
Cool.
All right. What have we got? What have we got next here, little buddy?
Next up here, we pretty much already talked about most of this, but yeah, as we were saying, the Vanguard Trello board is live. They did this for Warzone. They had one for Cold War. They had it in Modern Warfare, kind of. They never updated it, really. But yeah, so that shows you a list of things they're working on. We already pretty much talked about all of them. It's like, well, there are some other ones we didn't mention, like reticle challenges aren't working and aren't tracking right now. Yes. Apparently there's an unlimited armor plate bug where you can like constantly have armor plates. That's not great. Spawn issues on all the maps. There's a big bug right now going around in search where if you're defending, if you're assaulting and you plant the bomb, it will tell you when the bomb is being defused. Like a little thing comes up on the screen, like where the bomb is, and it's like defusing or something like that, and it'll show you when the other team is defusing the bomb. So honestly, search is kind of chalked right now. I don't know why people are even playing it. That sounds unplayable because of that bug. So yeah, if you want to look at the Trello board, it gives a list of all the bugs, but besides the ones we've talked about, they're like very minor, just other things like the packet burst problem, looking into that, etc. But
you know what I'm not seeing here?
oh, I'm not seeing a million things. There's a bunch of stuff that's not listed there.
Yeah, including the pacing. The combat pacing not working. That's annoying. I really want that to work.
Well, maybe it is actually fixed then. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. There is like fix released on here in multiplayer known issues, and I don't see it there either with the green label.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is. Yeah, who knows? I expect, again, that to be fixed relatively soon. I wonder if that's like PC only.
I don't know.
But I don't know either. Possible.
That's very possible, yeah.
Yeah. I've never given a shit about the Trello board because, yeah, they don't put everything they know up there. And
there's not much detail on it ever.
It
just tells you the absolute bare minimum.
And also, I don't even know if they're going to continue updating this enough as the year goes on. They didn't really for like MDub or Cold War, so
I'll keep an eye on it for like 2 weeks, but yeah, past that, I probably won't ever look at it again, really. Yeah.
So next we have Zombies here. Zombies has not been well received at fucking all. I have not played Zombies just because of all the terrible things I've heard about it, which I'm really sad about. But I watched a video and I was talking to some people in the Patreon hangout that we do every week, patreon.com/Dropshot. Join the fucking Discord. Read a book. That basically the problem with Zombies is that there's no wonder weapons, and also your weapons like don't scale, and you can't like really upgrade them sufficiently, so that if you wanted to get to like round 20, you would have to dump like 4 magazines into one basic zombie to kill it, because you can't scale your weapons up with the health of the zombies. So you're basically forced to exfil at like round like 14 or something. And that's like the problem with Zombies right now. No wonder weapons is cringe too. And I haven't played it, so I don't know if that's true.
Yeah,
but
that's what
like,
I've been hearing.
That's basically my understanding of what's so bad about Zombies. So I don't know much about Zombies yet. I have not been thinking about or playing Zombies, frankly. Eventually I will care about this, hopefully when the game is better. When the game mode is better, rather. But one thing that they are working on is adding a pause button. So in Cold War, you could pause if you played in your own lobby, which was nice, because a Zombies match, not in this game, but a Zombies match in Cold War could last for 7 hours easily. So it's nice to be able to pause it and go take a little piss, get a drink of water, stretch, get the blood flowing, walk your dogs, etc.
A pause button is nice.
Yeah, it's real clutch. And it was good for fixing glitches, too, when something had a hiccup. So there is a pause button coming soon, TM.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind.
Yep.
What is this next item, Tanner?
So next thing here, we're already on to Warzone again. Not much at all in the way of news this week. So this has been going on since November 3rd. Well, pretty much since the day before Vanguard came out, there's been a bunch of bugs in Warzone. As far as I see, nothing has been fixed at all. So there was an issue with like a shitload of contracts showing up on the map. That may have actually been solved. There's another one going around where there are like no buy stations, or they're not showing up on the map when you look at it. That's been in the game since November 3rd. It's now November 10th. This is still a bug. Raven has not patched it. There hasn't been any patch, really, other than maybe a hot fix for the contracts in the last week in Warzone. So I don't know if all the Raven developers are just on vacation or something before Caldera comes out or what, but we haven't heard or seen anything being fixed for that. They just said they were aware of it. And I've heard Warzone is absolutely terrible right now. Since there's a bunch of people off playing Vanguard, I think everyone left playing Warzone is basically all the aimbotters who haven't bought engine owning for Vanguard yet, and they only have it for Warzone, so they're still using their aimbot on there. I've heard it's really, really bad. Buggy, frame rate issues, crashing, cheaters, the contracts, the buy stations, everything. Nothing's been fixed yet, so Warzone sounds like an utter disaster right now. RIP. But we won't see a whole lot being done to Warzone until the new map comes out. You know, we're going to have like the stupid little events and whatever to end it, but there won't be a whole lot going on. There's probably going to continue to be quite a few bugs until we get the new map, and then we'll have more different bugs for the first 3 months.
Yeah. Another bug that is in Warzone still, everything Tanner mentioned. Also, the loot is fucked. I was playing with L like the day before Vanguard came out, and we were in train station, and the only loot in train station, so there's no money, there's no ammo. There were prox mines, claymores, and dead silence, and that is literally all in all of train station. And I'm not joking. We probably saw 20 prox mines, 20 claymores, 20 dead silence, and those were the only things on the ground. So the loot, they've really fucked up too.
Yeah.
So like everything about Warzone is just a fucking disaster right now. And I haven't played and I haven't wanted to because I knew it was all this fucking trash. Aimbotters are having their last hurrah. I'm done with Verdansk. I'm over Verdansk. I've been over it for 6 months. So yeah, I couldn't give less of a fuck about Warzone right now. But if you do, then you probably already know all these problems that are in the game, but they have not been changed. So if you've been wanting to go back to Warzone, don't.
Yeah.
Just wait.
Yeah, wait a little while. Cool. Ho, 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 gentlemen. The holidays came early here at MANSCAPED, the leading men's hygiene brand. MANSCAPED just launched new products, including their all-new ultra-premium body wash and a 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner. It's time to give yourself, or someone who needs it, the gift of beautiful skin, hair, and balls this holiday season. Go to manscaped.com and use code DROPSHOT for 20% off plus free shipping. Jingle balls to the walls, fellas. Listen up. Untrimmed pubes are a thing of the past, and it's possible you have Santa's beard in your pants. It's time to leave your significant other some cookies and milk at the bottom of your chimney. I'm talking about the Manscaped Performance Package 4.0. Inside the package, you'll find the Signature Lawnmower 4.0. This electric trimmer has proprietary, advanced skin-safe technology to reduce cuts on your nuts. It's also waterproof, so you can use it in the shower. It's like a gift to your partner with less mess. The Manscaped Performance Package 4.0 also includes the Crop Preserver and the Crop Reviver, an anti-chafing ball deodorant, moisturizer, and toner. It's time to keep your North Pole feeling and smelling fresh. This hygiene bundle will also come with a pair of Manscaped anti-chafing boxers that'll keep your junk feeling fresh all day. The perfect package for your perfect package. Manscaped is going beyond the groin with their all-new ultra-premium body wash. It's infused with aloe vera and sea salt to keep your skin feeling clean, nice, and moisturized. They also just launched their new 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner, which has the key ingredients with benefits that include hydrating, nourishing, conditioning the scalp, and strengthening your hair at the exact same time. 'Tis the season, boys and girls, to load up on Manscaped products. So get yourself, your dad, your brother, your friends if you have any, the Manscaped Performance Package 4.0. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code DROPSHOT at manscaped.com. Every guy out there needs to add a Manscaped to their wish list this season.
Next, Caldera. The new map has been revealed. I think the origin of this is that it was inside some kid's jacket and he like showed it.
Oh, he's not a kid. He's like a shoutcaster or the head CDL.
Hold on, stop.
No, he's actually cool though. That's what he's called.
Fine.
Codcaster.
He's an announcer.
Okay.
Okay.
Ask him what he's called.
I guess.
Ask him what he's called.
Him. If he says shoutcaster, then fuck him and he's not cool.
Got it.
Just letting you know.
He's cool. He plays on KBAM, even though he shoutcasts the CDL.
Oh God! And I'll edit all of this out. This entire segment, really. I'll do it. Anyway.
So yeah, his name's Maven. At that Call of Duty event that was last week, right before Vanguard, that we talked about last Wednesday for a little bit. He like turned his jacket around, showed everyone the jacket because inside of it, stitched was the new map, like a little image of it, a little map. And after that, he was like, whoops, wasn't sure if I was supposed to do that. But then Call of Duty kind of started tweeting it out and stuff. So it's officially been revealed. I don't think we showed this last week. Did we show it? I don't believe we did. We didn't really show it and talk about it. So let's see.
I don't
Cool.
think it had happened.
Set this up before. It didn't work again. Let me. Cool. I don't get OBS. I really don't. Yeah, cool. I literally set this up beforehand. I had the link open. It was all working, and now it just doesn't work. It just doesn't fucking work.
What is wrong with you, man?
It literally just doesn't work.
You gotta go back to slobs, dude.
Holy fuck. Anyways, I guess it doesn't matter. I'll just show it in chat. I will link it for you guys in chat if you really want to see it. There it is. That link work there? Yes, it did. Okay. So that is the image of the new map we're looking at, Caldera. So it gives us some POIs here. We're seeing a naval shipyard, ore processing docks, ancient structures, volcano, phosphor mines, beach defenses, sub base, taro farms, airport, which is 2 words. Isn't airport 1 word?
It sure is. Yeah.
Air, space, port. I don't
Maybe
think that's
back
right.
then they put 2 words.
Maybe they did. Fishing village and city capital. So, what are you first look at this map? What are you noticing? You notice anything special about it? What are your initial thoughts on this?
So a couple things. Number 1 was size. I didn't really think about this, but there was a tweet by somebody. It might have been Charlie Intel,
probably,
where they transposed Verdansk to scale on top of this map, and they are about the same size.
Yeah.
So this map is about almost exactly the same size. Yeah, not necessarily the same shape, but I mean it's just a big fucking circle. I mean it's about the same shape. Also, although interestingly, unlike Verdansk, the west edge is a lot more kind of windy than the right edge. Like the right edge is kind of like a relatively straight beach or shore. Whereas on the west side, it's like it goes out a lot at, in the middle, but then the coastline comes like way back in. It's kind of weird, but it should play fine. And then another thing is you see all the circles, looks like a bunch of tree trunks, like tree rings, basically.
Yeah.
These are topographical circles, or I guess, I don't know what they would be called. And these are to indicate elevation. Mm-hmm. And there is a lot of elevation changes here.
Yeah.
So much so that they've actually notated it on this Call of Duty created map. So in Verdansk, they did not do this. But for this map, they did, which implies that they think all of these elevation changes, these altitude changes, are worth noting, which means it's going to be a lot hillier than Verdansk was. I'm almost positive.
Sure. Absolutely.
And that and that tracks with the screenshots we've seen too. They're obviously paying more attention to, again, the topography, I guess. And I like that. That's what I had been asking for Verdansk. And as you've said here as well, far fewer buildings, at least based on this map. I mean, there are not many buildings, and a lot of your cover is just going to be getting under a ridge, getting on top of a ridge, getting under a hill, getting in a bunker, getting behind a tree, a rock, as opposed to getting on top of a 26-story skyscraper.
Yeah.
Which I think is going to be very different. It's going to be a really big learning curve for people like me, whose first BR was Verdansk. So our only experience is on one type of map, which is to say a very building dense map where you can go inside safely in a lot of areas and be covered 360 degrees. This is going to be a lot different than that.
Yeah.
From what I'm seeing here. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, so same. It gives me vibes of Erangel from PUBG, which was the first map in that game. So it's like a big island, and then on the south side of it, there's a smaller military base on a different island that you can get to from. There's 2 bridges coming in, and then also PUBG had jet skis and boats that you can get around with as well. But it kind of gives me vibes from that, which you can tell a lot of trees, a lot of wide open areas, but also, you know, small areas with buildings and stuff like that. But I would say there's going to be nothing even close to the amount of buildings we have in Verdansk now, unless this map just doesn't show it well. It's like, even when you zoom in, there's not a whole lot of areas where you see like a large amount of buildings in it. It's like you see a lot of shit going on to the west of Volcano at like phosphor mines. There seems to be a lot, but it's like east of Volcano and then west of the mines, phosphor mines. It looks like it's just a rainforest, basically, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's not much going on out there.
I know. Mm-hmm.
A few other things I notice is, well, one, fishing village, all of those little islands. How are you getting in between those islands? And why is the water in between all of those dark? It's almost like it's notating something different, like it's a playable area. Because you look...
I don't think that is water. Those like gray lines you're talking about? Or black lines?
Like in between all of those islands there. Because that's fishing village. What else would that be? Because that's only basically on the outside where all the water is, right?
Because if you look at like city capital, you see like those little dots, those like gray dots that are the same color as the lines around fishing village, but those are obviously buildings.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
So I don't know what that is.
Maybe that means, but yeah, those wouldn't really be buildings. They might just be like structures of some kind, maybe like huts,
docks or some shit,
or docks, maybe. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, because that's what I was trying to figure out. It's like, okay, shit like that out in the water, you can see one road going into fishing village on the west side of the map, but those other islands, you can tell from this map they are not connected. So why are they there if you wouldn't be able to access them some way? You know, because I was kind of thinking, like, what if there are boats or something, but then also, because like PUBG has that, but then also PUBG's gas circle works way differently. You have a shitload of time to get around the map. You can sit in the gas for 10 minutes and stay alive, basically. So it's like boats make sense. You can be driving around in the gas. Warzone's not like that. So by the time you land somewhere, the circle, like some areas of like, or most of the water wouldn't even be in play anyway. So it's like, I don't think we're going to see boats or anything. So I'm not sure what that notates on these maps here. Kind of, I don't know, kind of weird. Because it's like in all of the edges that are POIs, it shows that. My other thought was like maybe like for some reason the water level's low there and it's like running in a little stream or something. I don't know, kind of weird. But so like right in the middle of the map, one thing I notice is that the POIs are like volcano, mines, and terra farms, and none of those are going to be anything that's like a large scale city whatsoever. So like the main dead center of the map, there's like no big clusters of buildings or anything.
True.
Right? So it's like probably the hottest areas from this map looks like it's going to be airport, city capital, and then probably like processing docks up north and then shipyard up north. Whereas all those ones that I just listed pretty much are on the edge of the island other than airport. That's kind of a little bit inland.
True.
But kind of weird because it's like, how is that going to play when from this map it looks like a lot of the bigger areas with more buildings and shit where people tend to land more often than not. How are like the zones going to work in this game if the middle area of the map is just like essentially more dead and more wide open? I think this is going to play a lot differently. Yeah. A lot differently than how Verdansk plays now.
Yeah. It's almost like, that's such a good observation. It's almost like the inverse of Verdansk because everyone's going to land where buildings are because that's where loot is. So everyone will be landing on literally the edges of the map or processing docks and naval shipyard, northern tip, city capital, southern tip, subbase, eastern tip, and like fishing village maybe, or airport, which is like, airport's not a little bit more inland, but fishing village again, western tip. So it's like everyone's going to be landing there, and then circle closes and it's going to force everyone inward where there are no more buildings. So it's almost like they're giving us locations that are going to be loot heavy, building heavy, cover heavy, to get our footing, loot up, get money, get a loadout. And then once we've gotten that, by the time Circle comes in, they're thinking, okay, you've got your loadout now. Now we're pushing you out of the buildings, and you're all going to go to just the center where there's no buildings anymore and actually have to fight each other.
Yeah, figure it out, right?
That's kind of what it feels like. I don't know, but I like the sound of that, though. I think I like the sound of that.
It's different, at least.
Because it's like the opposite of Verdansk, actually.
If it's better or worse, we'll find out.
There's no buildings.
Yeah.
And then as you come inward, that's where downtown is. That's where, well, there's a lot of buildings.
Well, there's stuff on there's stuff on the outside, but those areas are not hot drop locations. So it's like, also, this may kind of make it so early game isn't as hot as it is in Verdansk. Because think of all like the hot areas now. It's like, like Super by Airport, and then now there's Factory there, Hospital, downtown kind of, things like that. And then you're already in the middle of the map, and then it's so easy to rotate from like Hospital to Factory or something. It's not that far. Whereas like on this map, you're looking at it here, like rotating from City Capital to Naval Shipyard is on the opposite side of the map, right? So it's kind of weird. Like I feel like early game is going to play a lot differently. Whereas you'll see a shitload of people dropping capital, and then the rest of the map will just be free. No one will be landing there at all. Maybe the lobbies would die off quicker or something, but I don't know. Just like some early observations that I've noticed from, like, I didn't really look that closely at this map until today when I pulled up this image and I was really, really getting into it. So I don't know. I think this is going to play a lot different than what we're used to, which is fine. I'm all for different stuff in Warzone, which is why I would be fine with, the Vanguard movement and everything in this game. Even I want Warzone to feel different, and that's what I think this is going to give us.
100%, yeah. It really does seem that way. I'm very I'm very excited for this.
Yeah.
There's something else I was going to say. I don't remember what it was, but yeah, this is going to be a lot different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot different. I'm excited.
Yeah. Because I don't think there is a hotspot that is literally on the edge of Verdansk.
Not at all. Probably
maybe like Summit would be the most, but that's like,
I would say the hottest one is honestly Salt Mine. That's the one closest to the edge that a lot of people actually drop at. Like Lumber and stuff, not super hot, but like I would probably say Lumber and Salt are the two that are closest to an edge that have the most amount of people. But even those, it's like no more than, I guess the plane does fly directly over Lumber to start with often. A lot of people land there. So it may be similar to that, but usually not. Those are not hot areas to go.
Yeah, this is going to be way different. Like you said, I'm very excited.
Yeah, like
for sure.
Like think of Verdansk. You have Airport, Ground War to the east of that, Factory to the south of that, and then Super to the west of that, which is also right next to Boner. It's like all of the hot spots are right in that one area, and it's easy to rotate to. So this may end up playing a lot slower too. I hope it doesn't play that way. I hope it doesn't get boring or something because you have to move so much, but we'll see.
Yeah, that's another thing I was going to say. Is that if a hot spot is in the center of the map, rotating anywhere from center is faster. Pretty much. Unless you get lucky and you land on the edge and Circle comes to that edge. But like, if you imagine you're at the dead center of the map, if the Circle goes to the north end, you have to move 500 meters, and the south end, 500 meters also. But if you land on the south end, and then you have to rotate to the north end, now it's 1,000 meters. So like if you land mid, you can rotate pretty much anywhere relatively easily and quickly. But if there's no hotspots at mid, people aren't going to be dropping mid. So then they're going to be landing on the edge of the map. And either they're going to get a lucky pull, or they're going to have to rotate toward mid, or they're going to get kind of fucked and have to go to the complete opposite end of the map.
Yeah.
So this is going to be, it could be difficult.
Could even be worse than Verdansk, but it's definitely different.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll see. There's a lot of questions I have. Yeah. I mean, a lot of this is impossible to theory craft. We're just going to have to see. And this is all not to mention, by the way, they might be changing some other things about Warzone too. They might not tell you where first circle is when you're in the plane anymore, for example. That's something they could do. They might have first circle move in way slower. They might add a circle so that first circle is less of a rotation. There are so many things they could do to change Warzone to maybe tailor it to this different style of map, with this different distribution of buildings, that it's very, very difficult to say how this is going to play, because who's to say we're going to be playing with the same rule set that we currently have now, especially if we switch to the Vanguard app. Well, then they might change a lot of mechanics, you know? Who knows? So there's a lot that remains to be seen, but it is very exciting to me nonetheless, because again, so done with Verdansk, and this is going to be, if anything, this is going to be real fucking different no matter what. That's the only guarantee I have right now. This is going to be real different than Verdansk, dude. Real different.
Yeah.
And I'm here for it. Fuck
Definitely.
it. Let's try it out.
What was I going to say? Yeah, I forgot what I was going to say. Never mind. But yeah, definitely going to be way different. Oh, I remember what I was going to say. If I'm not mistaken, PUBG, at least on the original map, I'm pretty sure it didn't tell you the zone until a few minutes into the game. So like you landed wherever you wanted to land, and then you may be looting there, and then you got the circle, and then you see like, oh fuck, we got to go really far. But you had a lot of time to move. Like I was saying, gas didn't kill you quickly like it does in Warzone. I believe that's how it was early on, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I mean, we could see changes like that. I doubt we will, but either way, this looks a lot different from Verdansk, which I am all for.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. And then last little piece of news here, according to leakers, we'll see. And we'll see if any of this is true. Gunfight, Ground War, and a twist on Fireteam will be coming to Vanguard. This would be unsurprising to me. Ground War would be the least surprising.
Yeah.
I remember there was a lot of hype about like a Ground War /war mode coming to Vanguard, but they might have just been thinking of that weird Vanguard Royale mode.
Or it could have been even like Blitz kind of that they were saying.
Or that, yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure Tom Henderson had talked a lot about that War was coming, which was a World War II game mode. But, you know, we may get a lot of stuff when we get Season 1. That's how Modern Warfare worked. That's how Cold War works. So wouldn't be surprising if we do.
Yeah.
Major changes like that. But, yeah, like I was really hoping we would launch with Ground War, honestly. But after having the ability to play Blitz like we do now, I don't care so much about Ground War, honestly, because Blitz almost feels like Ground War, except I'm not getting killed to tanks. So it's like, okay, I'm getting killed in my back, 10 times a game, but as long as I'm not getting killed by tanks and whatever, it's not a big deal. And Blitz is a clusterfuck, and that's what it's designed to be, so that's what I'm expecting every time I play it. So, that's like the most similar thing to Ground War that we have right now, but still, I would love like a proper actual Ground War mode. It'd be better if it was just infantry only, we'll see, but yeah.
But yeah, another question too is like, if we are going to be getting Ground War, where are the maps? Like, we're not going to play Ground War on Red Star.
Well, yeah,
like,
it would be.
I don't think that would happen.
Yeah, exactly. It would be on like other maps or something.
So maybe I would say if we're going to get Ground War, it'll be after the Warzone Pacific map launches, and they're going to slice that up into 12 different subsections and make those Ground War maps in Vanguard.
So that's what I was wondering. That's what I was going to say. If we're going to get any maps that are inside of Caldera, if we're going to get those in multiplayer, because like Submarine Base, for example, I wonder if Subpens is essentially there, and maybe at Beach Defenses, I wonder if like Numa is built into that or something, because that's all entirely possible.
Yes, it is.
Other areas I can't think. I don't think anything else would really fit with this map, honestly, but those two kind of make sense. But
Bocage, maybe? No, not really, huh?
Yeah, I can't think of where Bocage would fit in. I don't know. Not too many others, but sub pens and Numa would make sense on that east side there for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Or processing docks. Docks was supposedly coming to this game. That was a leak a long time ago too, so who knows. But if London Docks comes in this game, I bet that'll be part of ore processing docks on the Caldera
yeah.
map.
I wouldn't be surprised at that at all.
Yeah, that'd be cool
for
to
sure.
see.
Yeah. And then Gunfight, don't care. I'll never play Gunfight. Between camo grinding and a new Warzone map, I'm going to be playing so much of those. I don't think I'll ever play Gunfight, unfortunately. Even the tournaments wouldn't bring me back at this point. Tanner and I really like the Gunfight tournaments in MW because Warzone wasn't out yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically. So now that we're going to have Warzone, I don't know. But it's a cute mode. And then Fireteam. I don't even know what that is. That's like some PvE, like pseudo zombie shit, right?
No, it's a game mode from Cold War. Like their shit version of like BR basically. That was played on those massive maps. Alpine, all those shit maps.
Oh, that.
Like Fireteam
Got it.
Dirty Bomb.
Yes, okay, now I remember.
Which was very fun for exactly 1 hour. And then we
Yeah.
never had interest in playing it again.
Yep. Stakes were just too low and it was too easy. And there wasn't enough loot. And there were no loadouts. So yeah, that's or wait, there were. Yeah, wait, were there? No, there weren't.
Fuck, I don't even remember now. We
No, there
played so
weren't.
little of it.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
terrible.
you just picked up guns, huh?
Yeah, there was no loadouts, yeah. So anyway, yeah, I don't care about any of those things. But Ground War would be cool.
Ground War would
If
be
Ground
dope.
War's coming, I would expect it to be subsections of Caldera.
Yeah.
Because there's no chance there's original Ground War maps they just haven't released yet. I don't buy that, honestly.
Yeah,
I feel
no.
like we would have heard about it by now. Or it would have been leaked or something. So yeah, that's what I would expect.
Yeah.
So anyway. All right, Tanner, anything else?
Answer again? Or call?
I would love to, dude.
Got
I
it.
would just fucking love to. Man.
No, I think that's pretty much it, though, honestly. There we go. Cool.
All right. All right, boys and girls, that is it. I wanted to do an iTunes review of the week, but the website isn't working for me right now, and I don't care that much. But rate us 5 stars on iTunes. It helps us a lot, and it takes you like 1 click. So if you're subscribed to the podcast, it's a requirement. Rate us 5 stars. And then if you want to write a review as well, if the website works next week, we'll read one. But it has to be 5 stars to get read. Get fucked. Reminder, early podcast on Saturday, 2 p.m. Pacific time if you want to watch live. It'll be up on apps at the same time as it always is, though. But if you want to watch live, 2 p.m. Pacific time at thedropshot.com/live. Tanner and I are still in merch debt, thedropshot.com. We've got a shop. We're selling t-shirts, whiskey glasses, coffee mugs. They fuck. Some people have already gotten them, and some people have not yet, so figure it the fuck out. We're in merch debt. And also, patreon.com/thedropshot. 5 bonus eps a month, weekly hangouts, and more. It's the best way to support the show. This podcast is entirely, really, funded by our Patreon. So we love and support all of you patrons. You guys keep this enterprise going for real. Grateful every fucking day, dude. Really appreciate all of you guys. And if you wanted to support, if you want to piss away your money, Patreon's the first place to do it. PayPal, the joint donation link, is the second way to do it. Or merch, or better yet, all of them. Support the show. Support the show. You freeloading piece of shit listener. I hear you. I see you. I know who you are, and I have your data.
Yep.
I don't. But if you buy merch, I'll get your data, but I won't sell it, I promise. It's in the privacy policy. I'm legally obligated not to, in fact. Do I want to? Yes. But I can't, so I won't. I wouldn't. All right. Thedropshot.com. You can find links to everything there. We're in merch debt. Buy some merch. Join the Patreon. 5 bonus eps. We're going to have a bonus ep going up on Friday morning. That is going to be both fun and exciting. Now is an especially good time to join the Patreon because we have a lot of Vanguard episodes we want to do, and they will be coming at you fucking hot, dude. Red hot.
Mm-hmm.
All right, boys and girls, that is it. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening. Have an excellent evening. of course. And as always, remember, stay humble.
Stay humble.